Welcome to Logan. 6-love, Utah State early. Nevada seeking a bucket. Air ball tipped out of bounds. And who's got it? Utah State ball. Nevada is 0 for 4. Craig Smith's team had been slumping, shooting 26% from outside on a 3-game slide. They have hit on 2 from deep early, while Nevada's 0 for 5 for Steve Alford's group.
And John, if you're Coach Craig Smith, you have to love the tempo and patience that they played with on the offensive end. It's not the first or second look. They're moving the ball, and that's Utah State basketball.
Miller, a little off, long board, Utah State ball. Craig Smith wanted Merrill to be selfish. He cuts cup and misses. Nevada just 1 and 3 on the road. Utah State has won 15 of 16 at home. And a travel as Jazz Johnson got tied up by Miller.
And if you're Nevada, you want to be patient, run some offense. They've played into the crowd a little bit and been sped up for Coach Alford. Steve
Alford said they were going to be the team to tap the beehive. And this stir-crazy fan base that hasn't known a victory against a Division I foe since December 21st when they beat Florida, one of their 2 wins against the SEC.
No, I mean, they have been special, and there's a buzz through college basketball for this Utah State squad, so they're looking to get back on track today, John.
Kickball there, Craig Smith said it's been a rough 7 days for sure. In 2 of their 3 recent losses, he felt like we weren't ourselves. Out of character, lack of discipline, lack of toughness, a word he used a lot.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic, especially in those losses. It looks like they're back on track. I see the 50-50 balls, the rebounding, and more importantly, the ball movement for the Aggies.
Cato wants it. He gets fed. The double comes. Head fake, strong. Bottom backboard. Loose on the deck. Tie up, jump ball. And the arrow goes to Utah State. What are your keys here tonight?
Well, one of the big keys for Nevada is they've got to control Cato inside. You see the early double team, and they're boom or bust in the backcourt. They're going to take threes. Win, lose, or draw, they're going to shoot the ball. They haven't been successful early, but the three-point shooting of those 3-guard tandem out on the outside for Nevada, they can get going and get in this game in a buzz.
And you mentioned the first 5 minutes being so critical. It feels like that's being won by Utah State early.
Yeah, and it's been the 50-50 battle. Rebounds, steals, turnovers. They have been excellent thus far, and it's nothing but other than execution.
Being fed in the high post, taking Robinson off the bounce. Great help by John Carlos Reyes.
Coach Alford's going to need more of that from Reyes. They struggle with the inside presence.
Nevada stunned by San Jose State last time out. The twisting shot for Lindsey Drew off. Nevada's 0 for 6 from the field. And Utah State's flying all over the place. Harris, good look opposite. Reyes showing off the post moves, an ugly miss.
They are just speeding up Nevada, everything they're doing defensively. So great job of Utah State. That's Utah State basketball.
Dean rejected by Reyes. Cracks it down. Merrill, what a high-low lob. Cato stripped by Jazz Johnson.
Excellent job from Nevada interior defense.
Oh, what a move. Jazz Johnson can't finish, and Merrill's got it. Empty possessions galore for the Wolfpack.
That's how you take care of home, you know.
They are 0 for 8 from the field. Johnson at 34 2 games ago when he drained 8 threes to beat Boise State. Merrill, catch, release. And Nevada's got it.
Even though it's a little bit of a quick shot, that's what Craig Smith wants from Sam Merrill, those early opportunities for him to take advantage.
Harris giving the isolation, showing the crossover. Nice step through and one. The first points for Nevada. For those of you watching on CBSSports.com, streaming coverage concludes after the commercial break. But we will continue on CBS Sports Network, CBSSportsNetwork.com/channel finder.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Tostitos. Get to the good stuff. By Mattress Firm, where your budget stretches further. And by AT&T.
Welcome on back, 6-2, Utah State, the early advantage, a matchup of last year's regular season co-champs of the Mountain West. John Sadak, Ryan Hollins, A.J. Ross will be with us in a bit. We have some outstanding shooting guards in this matchup, my friend. Jazz Johnson, Sam Merrill, they are great.
You know, the one thing you love about them, Jazz Johnson, more of a jitterbug, and Sam Merrill, a dual guard who can play the forward spot, point guard, and you're going to see him in a number of dynamic positions tonight, John.
So Utah State started the game 2 for 2 from the field, both from outside. Since has misfired on 6 straight. Nevada started 0 for 8 with Jazz Johnson going over on his 4 tries from the field, but he got help from the backcourt and Jalen Harris. Well, Sam Merrill sports a shiner, took a shot to the face in the shocking loss to Air Force when they blew a 12-point lead and got blown out, dominated down low by the Falcons. Here's an and one free throw for Jalen Harris, the foul to Bean. The free throw line, a big deal. Nevada doesn't get to the line much. When they fell against San Jose State last time out, they were doubled up at the stripe 24-12. Utah State has the second most free throw makes in America in all of college basketball.
Well, that's what you get with a veteran squad. They know how to take care of the basketball, the value of free throws, and right now taking care of home.
And a foul off ball. By the way, some subs as Diogo Brito, Trevin Dorius have their first minutes for Utah State. It looks like Sean Bairstow is about to join them. Harris picks up his first.
One thing Utah State does really well for Coach Craig Smith is they make you play at their pace and their tempo. Watch the ball movement, how crisp they are moving and cutting and screening. Right now, it's the difference in the game.
Lob entry to Dorius. Merrill open, drains it.
Sam Merrill so tough. He takes advantage of any mistake you make defensively, going under on the screen and giving up the open three for Merrill.
Correction, by the way, the foul went to Robbie Robinson that last possession, his first. Harris right through the defense and a foul. That seemed easy there.
No, you love the aggression from Harris right there. And the one thing that Utah really struggles with is defensively staying in front of their man. You're seeing the early foul here for Utah State. My man Trevin Dorius just checked in the game with a tough foul. But if you're Harris, you've got to stay and attack the basket. And what's going to be tough for Nevada is if they don't offensively move the ball and share.
Adori is the primary defender, but Justin Bean picked up the foul there. That's his second. So he goes to the bench. Alfonso Anderson enters his first minutes. How does that change things for Utah State?
Justin Bean is more of the cool, calm, and collected double-double machine that Craig Smith has relied on. So we'll see what that rebound production and communication falls in play for Utah.
The Aggies have gone deeper. Bairstow getting minutes. Merrill. They're looking for the post. Very aggressive defense from Nevada. Here's Zane Meeks matched up with Anderson. Not a ton of movement here for Utah State. Merrill off the bounce, 5 to shoot. Hand in his face from Harris, crossing him over. Step back, air ball. Shot clock violation before it was caught.
Excellent defense there from Harris, getting it done offensively and defensively for Coach Alfred, and he's going to need all of it.
Well, Nevada's one of the best in America defending the three, 6th in the country. In fact, Steve Alford set it as a goal for his team. He wants to finish top 10 in college basketball.
Absolutely, and you love what Alford also pushes. They want to see tough twos, contested two-pointers, and it was more of a contested three there from Alford. Good from Merrill.
Aggies have missed 7 of their last 8 from the field. Dorius, that's a high percentage look, misfire, tie up, lightning quick. Jump ball as Meeks locks horns.
You really have to love the energy and effort from Dorius. He's going to give you everything he has, just came up a little short. He's got to go towards the rim, looking to dunk that basketball. He's got a great frame and athleticism for a 7-footer.
But his minutes on the time, on the floor, probably limited, right?
Yeah, I mean, the kid gives you everything. What more can you ask for? You know, sometimes he runs himself tired.
Cater ready to sub in. Himes hopping through. And a travel. The preseason freshman of the year in the Mountain West gives it away. Dorius out. Keita returns for Utah State. Amish Keita back in, an NBA prospect. But he has been banged up. What do you see in his game?
Well, clearly he's hurt, but he's got a big body that this entire league is going to have problems matching up with. So if you're Cater, they haven't been able to get into him inside with the early doubles, but he's got to stay aggressive and rebound at a high clip.
Oh, nice touch give off the fake. Anderson strides closer. Cater, the weak side board. Merrill, one-handed snap, corner rhythm three. Off target, Meeks, a great job to box. Nevada ball. Been a little ugly early. Each team seems to have a lot of energy.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now, Utah State, the Aggies taking advantage of that home crowd, and that's why you appreciate playing at home.
Harris as Nevada spaces. Himes ball screen on a switch. Harris has space. The 2-1 true. Bounces free to Cater. You're waiting for Merrill to get his. Finds Anderson, giving a hard armbar and a slap by Meeks. Muscle shouldering him in. Bairstow. Cater has size against Himes, given the isolation. Will Meeks help? Bowls him over and misses point blank. Put back off target. The tip, a third try off.
Cater's having a tough time. Didn't know if the double team was coming or not and missed the bunny. He's got to throw that down, John.
And Mizrae Zuzwa swishes home a jumper. That's what you want, right? And that's what Steve Alford said. They have to deny the layups and the dunks.
Absolutely. A good job playing the cat and mouse game. Cater was looking for the double team, and it never came.
Bairstow handling a lot. Feels like Merrill more off guard here. Rito.
You're going to see Merrill all over the place, one of the rare turnovers for the Aggies there. And Sam Merrill saying, come on, guys, let's go. Take care of the basketball.
Merrill's going to sub out. Miller in. Craig Smith took a few strides on the floor, challenging Brito for his decision-making on that pass.
No, excellent job there. But, you know, Nevada has not been bad defensively. They're playing hard. The balls and the shots just haven't fallen, and the score is only 6-9. They're hanging in.
Only 5 made buckets, 5 giveaways. The teams have combined 5 for 28 from the field.
Look for the Aggies to switch these screens with Jazz Johnson. They've been able to contain him so far.
He lurks on the wing, gets fed off the fake. Zuzwa driving, turns it over. Bairstow the big strip.
The length of the Aggies coming in handy right there. That one of the tallest teams in college basketball.
Okay to fade. There's the flush.
He was going to make sure that one went down.
Young man who added over 20 pounds since the end of last year when he was the Mountain West Freshman of the Year and its Defensive Player of the Year.
John, it took me about 15 years to add 20 pounds. I could have used that at UCLA.
Your walking taco tonight might have helped, though. Harris slithering right at the shot blocker. Tip. Meeks went over the back. Well, Meeks picks up his first not-so-meek, the big fella, Neemias Queta.
Excellent job of Queta here, making sure that the ball goes down, slamming it with emphasis. 6-11, Utah State taking care of business.
Back in Logan, Utah, 11-6 Utah State. The offense at times ugly, but Utah State has been smooth outside.
Yes, they have, and it's been the ball movement, the patience. Maybe it's not the first offense. Nice three-pointer there from Brock, but watch the ball movement and patience. The big fella, the double-double machine, being knocking it down, and Sam Merrill reading the defense right there. Utah State is a different team at home. It's the energy, the effort, and now you see the shots going down, John.
Now, this is a Utah State team in need of a victory. Losses in 3 straight. Each team trying to bounce back as we welcome in A.J. Ross.
Thanks, John and Ryan. Well, entering hostile territory, the Wolfpack are certainly hungry for a win tonight. Coming off that heartbreaking loss to San Jose State, Coach Steve Alford says with every setback, they've been able to have a learning curve. And as long as they keep growing game after game, they're okay with that. Meanwhile, for the Aggies, it's mind right, game right. And Coach Craig Smith says that's what they need to do after dropping the last 3 games. As long as they play team ball, he's confident they can turn things around tonight.
Appreciate that, AJ. That loss for Nevada at San Jose State, the first in a dozen years for the Wolfpack at the Spartans. Utah State hadn't lost back-to-back games under Craig Smith, much less 3 in a row until this slide.
No, this is new, Will. Coach Craig Smith always talked about, hey, tough times are made for tough people, and right now Utah State looks like they're pretty tough.
Oh, feathered pass, and another dunk, this time Alfonso Anderson.
The mayor going up with authority.
And there you see the difference. 5 dimes for the Aggies, only 1 for Nevada. Jazz Johnson runs to the ball. Porter, quick closeout. Stepping back, nice fake.
Excellent job by the Aggies of running Jazz Johnson off the line and chasing him through screens.
Gets fed, quick release. Off, and Bairstow the board.
And one thing about Nevada, they're going to keep taking those threes.
Right to the rim, Keita, and 1.
Big finish there from Keita. We talked with Coach Craig Smith about how do you get Keita more involved. It's Keita, it's elbow catches, pick and roll, post-ups, rebounds. You're going to see the big fella playing all over the floor tonight. Big-time finish.
Well, you touched on it, my friend, from when we first talked about this matchup to the shoot-arounds today, remarking upon the size of Utah State, and with the word toughness for Craig Smith, he's really talking about a lot of that imposing physicality, right?
Yes, it's 50-50 balls, it's rebounds, playing without fouling, game plan discipline on a guy like Jazz Johnson who can light you up for 30 or 40 on any given night.
They're an offensive right after Jazz Johnson had picked up his first. KJ Himes gets slapped with a foul. Miller comes up a bit woozy.
You see the youth year there from Himes, playing some spot minutes for Coach Alford, giving the tough call, and you're going to see him poke that butt out a little bit. He wants to get his guard Harris open, but he's got to stay patient and still.
So Brock Miller, who is a three-point volume shooter, goes to the bench, and Bean is back with 2 fouls at the midway point of the half. Keita fed, had no angle. Looked like he had no idea what he was doing there.
He went up for a finish. Reyes just went upstairs with Keita.
Meeks the rainbow 3 off, and Merrill's got it. Pushes ahead to Porter. One-on-one, the Euro down the lane, got the bucket.
Excellent contact finish. Jazz Johnson didn't go for the fake, and he finished right over him.
And now steps, turn it over, 8 unanswered in a heartbeat for the Aggies.
And those are the calls where at home you may get the call, but not. Watch the Aggies out on the break. Porter with the nice step over contact finish. And it's their energy, John. It's their energy that's leading to their offense. You see that Craig Smith is loving it on the sidelines.
Showing a lot of faith in Bean in the game with 2 fouls. Keita, how do you leave him free? And 1!
There's not too many big men in college basketball that can make that play that we just saw Keita do. Watch this patience. He's playing within himself. No, Merrill is going to take attention. Nice turn and go action. Caught Reyes slipping. And if you're Reyes, you got to stay patient because you're the last line of defense there. You got a little over-aggressive, but that's the attention that Sam Merrill garners coming off a cut.
So here's Keita, who re-injured his left knee December the 21st against Florida. Utah State has not beaten a Division I foe since, but Steve Alford's team getting a stern test early.
Yes, they are. They've got to match the energy of the Aggies.
They get it across. Nevada calls timeout. The Wolfpack need it. $11 unanswered for Utah State to claim a 20-6 lead over the Nevada Wolfpack. Jazz Johnson, a sluggish start. He is 0 for 5 from the field. Nevada's got the ball out of a called timeout.
Well, defensively, Coach Craig Smith is switching out on those screens instead of having one man chase them. He said earlier in shoot-around, it's going to be a team responsibility that locks up a guy like Jazz Johnson.
What a shooting turnaround for Utah State, not just in this game, but against the grain of the last 3 games. And Bean the foul. He's got his 3rd with 8:47 to go in the first half.
And if you're Justin Bean, the Bean machine, you got to understand your importance to the team. You can't go reaching. You have to stay solid defensively. Maybe it wasn't a foul, maybe it wasn't, but you've got to stay disciplined and safe.
But Utah State has 3 fouls as a team, all on the man averaging a double-double, who has great import for Craig Smith. And that puts more pressure on Keita. Meeks will get a blow. Reyes, the BC transfer, returns for Nevada.
Well, let's see if you're in Nevada, you can't take advantage and try to get into the bonus, keep attacking the rim, moving the basketball.
Harris, nice feed to Reyes. And a brilliant move over Keita.
And Coach Alford talked about that when the bigs roll, Reyes rolls down, throw it in there. Let's see what you got. And he had a nice little patience and jump hook there over Keita.
He spoke about the need for the guards to trust the bigs and to feed them more as part of the fluidity of the offense.
Absolutely. Even if they don't score, you got to throw it in there.
Keita! How did he do that?
Big time finish. Kept the ball high as a big, didn't bring it down, didn't give the guard an opportunity to get the switch. You see why these pro scouts are salivating at Keita.
He is outscoring Nevada by himself 9-8. And there are multiple NBA scouts here tonight. Off to the probing dribble. Elbow J off for Zuzwa. Brito on the trot, feeds Porter. Nice baseline shot. He beat Drew off the bounce. There is more pep in the step of the Aggies.
We know Porter can pass, but you love his aggressiveness to the rim, attacking with purpose. That's a frustration three there from Drew.
The best outside shooting team of the Mountain West. They make 10 threes a game. They're 0 for 6 from deep.
Well, right now, the energy of the Aggies is taking over. They're playing with pace, tempo, and they're making Nevada guard.
Merrill thought Keita would cut. Zuzwa, nice feed to Drew, up and under, bucket.
Good take from Drew. I've been watching that young man. He's been hanging around the gyms as a little gym rat since he was a tyke. Older brother Larry Drew, father Larry Drew also.
Here's Keita fed, snaps opposite, Bairstow leaves, Porter returns.
And for a guy with a number of points, you think Keita would have taken that shot, but no, the Aggies want to kill you running.
Brito! Reyes snatches the board.
It's Utah State basketball. They've got Nevada in rotation all over the place, which means they've got to scramble to guard the basketball.
The Euro down the lane draws the foul, but the start of this game, all about the big man, Amish Keita.
Excellent job here from Keita. Watch him on the roll. Keep the basketball high, finish high, go upstairs. Nevada up big, 24-10.
Big one tomorrow, noon Eastern. Go in depth. Coaches Steve Lapis, Pete Gillen, a coach's clinic when 23rd ranked Wichita State takes on UConn on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. The coaches, well decorated, highly successful, in power places, and now embedded with the respective teams. Steve Lapis with the UConn Huskies, Pete Gillen with the Shockers. Namaste, doing Pilates with Greg Marshall. I can only imagine what his words will be about that workout session.
Oh, you gotta love it. I don't know if I could have got any of my coaches to do a Pilates. Maybe Byron Scott could have got some Pilates in.
Well, Utah State has caught fire, draining 7 of its last 9 from the field, but Nevada finally getting to the line a bit. That's been a challenge from Steve Alford and his coaching staff. It's probably a necessity, granted the deficit. Utah State has been dynamite.
Yeah, no, and the one thing, the switching of Utah State has really taken Nevada out of their rhythm. Harris is honestly, he's just gone one-on-one and been able to get us. He's one of the better creators and scorers in the league, top 3 in scoring in conference.
He's got 6. No other Wolfpack player has more than 2.
Yeah, and this team is going to need Jazz Johnson and Lindsey Drew to get manufacture some type of offense. They've been struggling from the stripe.
Utah State has been sharing the ball, moving it quite a bit. Merrill giving a little bit of an elbow there. Nice feed. And contact on the probing dribble by Brito.
Coach Craig Smith talked about toughness, aggressiveness, playing with a purpose, and he has seen that thus far in the first half from his Aggies.
That foul is the second on Lindsey Drew. He remains in the game for Nevada. Dorius getting time for the Aggies. Sets a screen for Merrill.
Watch Merrill there. He went through 3 or 4 options in one play.
Travel.
Wow.
But take us through that. What do you mean, the options there?
He watched the roll. He looked for his shot. He looked to the guy to the top of the key, and then he skips it to the weak side. So Sam Merrill makes the correct basketball play every single time. No wonder his favorite player is Luka Doncic.
You certainly see some of that Euro element there. Johnson defended by Merrill. Goes left on him, and that'll be a foul. So the foul's starting to pile up some. Remember, 3 on Justin Bean, who's been on the bench since the 8:47 mark once again.
And here's the chess match. You know Nevada's going to take three-pointers. Jazz, Johnson, and Harris now attacking the basket. It's putting pressure on the Aggies defense.
Harris stepping back. Brito gave him a window, and the rainbow made. That is Nevada's first 3. It comes on the team's 7th try.
And that's how you become a road warrior. Watch, Harris has been attacking the basket. Now those three-point shots are starting to fall for Harris, getting in a rhythm.
7 unanswered by Nevada. 2 subs ready for Utah State. Miller doubled. Long, dangerous lob. Porter couldn't save it. Let's break down the game of the Louisiana Tech transfer, Jalen Harris.
Now, you love the three-point shot. Now it's in rhythm. Why? Because Jalen Harris went to the rim. He attacked the basket, defensively getting the job done. His team, the Wolfpack, needs every single bit of it.
He scores 21.5 per in league play to top the team. Given the 3, the hesitant stroke, and Harris hits right in Miller's face.
Okay, now he's feeling it. Mom and dad, both All-Americans over at SMU, mom in the Hall of Fame, taking care of business on the road.
And Utah State, which saw a lead as large as 16, cut down to 6. 10 unanswered for Nevada, 24-18. Utah State stormed out to a 16-point lead, but 10 unanswered by Nevada has cut it to 6, and 8 of those 10 from Jalen Harris.
They've been led by Harris, and Harris has attacked the basket early. He understands, hey, Brock can't get up into me because I'm going to drive right around him. Takes the patient rhythm pull-up three-pointer. Coach Alford couldn't be happier.
He's got 12 of Nevada's 18. That's a scary thing because they have a lot of other capable scorers that haven't sprung to life yet.
Absolutely, and if they can just hang around in the game, they're going to have a shot. But defensively, the Aggies have them running all over the place.
Merrill hasn't had his in a while. Leaves for Miller. 3-ball off. And then a foul in pursuit of a loose ball. Looks like they'll get Robinson here with his second. So he's got 2. Lindsey Drew has 2, and bonus time arrives with 7 fouls on Nevada. So Anderson to the line for a 1-and-1.
John, we talked about toughness, and we've seen that. Ball movement, attacking the glass, doing all the little things for Coach Craig Smith.
And they're going to the monitor here. Is this to see who the foul should be on, to confirm that it should be on Robinson?
Yeah, I would assume that's the only thing they could really be looking at. It wasn't a question of being out of bounds or not. I feel like I was given a couple fouls I didn't deserve in my day, John. So you love the improvements in the game.
Now, Nevada's a very foul-prone team, second most whistled team of the Mountain West, more than 20 per game, while Utah State gets to the stripe great. Second most free throw makes in all of college basketball. But I assume this is about if the foul is on Robbie Robinson. Was there an elbow? Oh, could be looking at a hook and hold with those 2 locked up there. That's pretty light.
Looked like it could have gone either way. A nice veteran trick there from Robinson, locking up his man.
Seemed to be tied up with Alfonso Anderson. That seemed pretty tame and probably equal effort on both sides there. That is one of the points of emphasis in the last couple of years, the hook and hold in pursuit of the free ball.
And some people will say that the referees are getting it wrong. But as a former player, when you're aggressive, and especially at home, you tend to get the whistle more. That's just the reality. And the Aggies have attacked the glass. They've been aggressive defensively and forcing the ball in the paint on offense. So now you get rewarded with the whistle.
An extended look from Vern Harris, Sean Lehigh, Rob Kuhneman. And I would think it's about the elbows locking right underneath there between Robbie Robinson and Alfonso Anderson.
And if you're Robinson, you can't give up that type of position in rebounding. Alfonso, a.k.a. the mayor, roots him all the way underneath. And we call him the mayor. If we notice, right, was John, as soon as we came in, he came over, shook our hands, welcomed us to Utah State in his arena. So making an imprint on and off the court.
And the JUCO transfer, who suffered injury in his time at North Idaho College. He's been a winner, won a state title in high school, won a conference title in his JUCO days, praised by his head man Craig Smith for his communication. And no word yet from our officials on what they're looking at here. We assume it's about a possible hook and hold.
Yeah, you appreciate the referees here getting the call right rather than just assuming, understanding that there is a level of human error and saying, hey, we want to come out and check out what the call is. Let's make sure we get it right. We know how big of a game it is. And undoubtedly, we know that it's a foul against Nevada.
So they announce it's a common foul, and free throws coming.
Probably a question of if there was excessive contact on that rebound, it ends up that it wasn't. Fair play. Good call.
And the free throw off. Nevada's got it.
Look for Jazz Johnson running.
Long break in the action while Nevada's been on a 10-0 run. Drew in and out. Bairstow has it. Merrill showing off the dribble skills. Corner three. Off target. Drew's got it. Survey shovels the trail triple. In and out for Jazz Johnson, who is now 0 for 6 from the field.
Good pass there from Lindsey Drew, knowing he wants to get Jazz Johnson going.
Merrill, the jump give, knew where Anderson would be. Look at this ball movement. Merrill right at the big fella, and contact on Reyes. Fouls piling up, 8 on the Wolfpack, and Utah State to the strike. You want the students to show up? Free pizza? That'll do it. It'll get me there too. 24-18, Utah State. Headed your way, AT&T at the half. Brent Stover, Wally Zerbiak, Jameer Nelson, John Rothstein, Seth Davis stand by in our New York studio. They'll get you up to speed at all the day's college basketball action. AT&T at the half. And it's been a wild day in college hoops. One of the biggies, Baylor gets its first ever win at Kansas.
Wow, that's a huge win. Kansas had been playing with fire, getting off the slow starts, and they finally had it paid off today from Baylor. Baylor's good, aren't they? That's a stamp for the
first ever top 5 road win in program history. Michigan State tomorrow on CBS. San Diego State will try to remain undefeated later tonight against Boise State after Auburn drilled Georgia earlier today. And Merrill, he is the all-time free throw king at almost 89% for Utah State.
And a guy like Sam Merrill, he knows how to attack the basket, get to the foul line in various ways, and he knows he's so dangerous. He shoots 89%. Goodness.
Well, the Aggies haven't hit a field goal in almost 4 minutes. That snaps the Nevada 10-0 surge. Harris off the Reyes screen, stepping back over Merrill. Bit of a heat check moment. Miller's got it.
Good job forcing a tough 2 there from the Aggies.
Merrill feeds Keita. He's been quiet lately. The double comes. Bairstow hanging off target. Good box by Reyes. Drew's got it.
Tough finish there from Bairstow, but you love that Keita's not forcing through the double team, but you like to see scoring opportunities out of it.
Nevada, ball sitting a bit. Harris off the screen. Blind give, finds Johnson. He's given no space.
No, not at all. I was going to say the same, John. They've been all over him. Great game plan discipline from the Aggies.
Drew, bad pass. Brito picks it off. Here's Merrill. Miller alongside in transition. And Merrill takes the harm. He is a tough young man.
Sam Merrill so crafty, earning that black eye, attacking the rim, patient, looks off, and then gets the foul called there. Good job. Now look at this game plan discipline. Hanging with Jazz Johnson, making sure he doesn't get a look. Attacking the rim there for Sam Merrill, getting more free throws. You know, some guys are poor free throw shooters. They run from the ball. Sam Merrill's a guy who chases the ball down, looking to get opportunities.
That foul to Robbie Robinson, his third. So along with Zuzwa returning, the freshman Zane Meeks is in. And it's also going to be double bonus the rest of the way in Utah State's favor this half.
And that makes the Aggies almost unguardable. When they're in their double bonus, they know they can attack you. You got to play with your hands off. Nevada getting in even more foul trouble for a thin and inexperienced front court. This was one of the dangers that Steve Alford knew was at hand playing the Aggies.
Puts more pressure on the offense, right? You got to get buckets.
Yeah, you got to score, but you got to play with your hands off, even worse.
Oh, Harris given a sliver of space off target. Reyes can't handle. Brito's got it.
Wow.
Taken away. Oh, what a crossover, and Brito fouls him.
Good aggressive move there from Jazz Johnson, but talk about a heads-up play there from Harris. Almost gets a backcourt on the steal, and you're going to watch it. Watch, he gets the steal, heads up, keeps it in air. Winning basketball play. Jazz Johnson may have sold that one a little bit. I'm not sure, John. But wow, Harris. I guess when your mom and dad are all Americans at SMU play basketball, you know this. Jalen Harris knows the game.
That's Brito's first, team sixth. So it's one away from bonus.
John, I don't know if I've ever seen it. I mean, Harris, that was an amazing heads-up play. Tips, you know, volleyball, volleys the ball to Jazz Johnson. He couldn't pay it off, but getting the foul call.
Now Harris is carrying this team right now. He's got a dozen. You talked about it entering the game. We have another lengthy chat apparently about the shot clock here.
So John, if you're Coach Alford in Nevada, you need 2 of your 3 guys to get going. Whether it's Jazz Johnson, Jalen Harris, or Drew, they can all go off for 30 points. In the Aggies know it, Coach Craig Smith. So see if anybody else can go with one more running mate of Jalen Harris.
Johnson, oh, nice look to Meeks. And a forced shot, ugly miss. Utah State's got it.
Keita owning the inside for Coach Craig Smith.
These last 2+ minutes could be huge. Keita, Meeks taps it. Johnson's got it.
Keita's got to go up and dunk that basketball. There's no one going to stop him.
Johnson.
Wow, they're all over Jazz Johnson.
Zuzwa, the late help from Keita. Merrill, the rebound.
Watch out, Utah State's flying to the basketball.
Miller, trail 3, off. And Reyes taps it out of bounds. Aggie ball.
The presence of Keita attacking that rebound gets another possession. Defensively and offensively, Keita's making his name. You see him just around the basketball, does enough to bother the Nevada players attacking the basket.
He's going to sub out here.
Watch Merrill.
On Trevin Dorius here.
Watch Merrill here getting into a soft spot of the zone.
Merrill wants it. He wants to post up Jazz Johnson.
Yeah, he's got a 7 or 8 inch advantage there. Wow.
What a fake. The finish and the foul. The freshman, Sean Bairstow.
So, excellent drive there from Bairstow. But what's so tough about guarding Utah State, they put you in closeout situations, which means you've got to take away the 3 or the layup. Smart heads-up play from Bairstow, shot faking the 3 and attacking the rim. Reyes, if I'm not mistaken, 2 or 3 fouls now, so you're attacking the rim if you're the Aggies.
And they get the rebound on the free throw miss. Wow. Out in Nevada, fall asleep at the wheel there.
Starting to see the youth inside of the Nevada Wolfpack. Craig Smith is loving it. He's in a full stance on the sidelines. The 6th man going wild, John. The crowd loving it. 8 unanswered for the Aggies.
Meeks giving the three. Bucket.
You know what? You never want to give up an open bucket. But guess what? They picked the more dangerous of the two. They're switching out on Jazz Johnson, and he will not get a look. Jazz Johnson will not beat you. Craig Smith has made that known.
Miller, the response.
Ooh.
Tip ball. Here comes Jazz Johnson with a minute to go. Harris shaping up. Zuzwa fed. Overplay. Himes liberated. Off. Meeks weak side. Bucket.
Wow. They are making the Wolfpack work for everything inside.
Now that said, though, you can feel the energy change back to single digits.
Absolutely. And it's not the shooting, it's not the scoring, it's the 50-50 balls, the rebounds, diving for loose balls, the rotations. That's Utah State basketball. Craig Smith was begging. He said, where's my team been the last 3 days? Well, you got him back, coach.
8 to shoot. Merrill.
Oh, Merrill missed the big man on the dive.
Rito off. 13 seconds. Nevada ball. Zuzway on the trot. Euro down the lane. Merrill's got it. 7 seconds. Merrill across. 4 seconds behind the back. Near the horn. Off the heel.
And that's the end of the first half. Our score.
Well, Sam Merrill and company. Merrill 7-7 points and rebounds. Cada dominant at times inside, and with Bean buried on the bench in foul trouble, Utah State still has a gaudy lead as we check in with AJ.
Yeah, I'm here with Coach Craig Smith. Obviously, you said you wanted to set the tone for this game, the pace. You got out to a 6-0 run and didn't look back. Talk about how proud you are with the offensive execution.
Well, the 6-0 run was good. The next 6 minutes wasn't so good. But we're defending at a very high level. We're doing a great job. We're making it very difficult for them until that last one where we left the fake handoff. But we're getting great looks. We just haven't made some of them. So I like where we're at, but we got to finish this game off right.
You mentioned defensively holding a great outside shooting team to just 23 points. You're making them work for every shot. How do you keep this momentum going?
Well, they're the leading scorer in the Mountain West Conference, getting 83 a game. So to hold them to 23, that's really good. They're going to find a rhythm here at some point. So we just got to make it difficult. We know how good those 3 guards are. Early on, we didn't do a good job on the glass, and they hurt us with that. But got to continue to do a good job in transition, carry hand, and just try to make life as difficult as possible.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you. Go Aggies.
So the Aggies outboard them by 12, outdo them in the paint by 10. We'll step aside. A 32-23 margin. Utah State owns the first.